Welcome to this morning's reflection. I want to start with a story from the desert mother and father tradition. There was a man who had a plot of land, but it got neglected and turned into waste ground full of weeds and brambles. So he said to his son, "Go and weed the ground." The son went off to weed it, saw all the brambles and despaired. He said to himself, "How long will it take before I have uprooted and reclaimed all that?" So he lay down on the ground and went to sleep for several days. His father came to see how he was getting on and found that he'd done nothing at all. "Why have you done nothing?" he said. The son replied, "Father, when I started to look at this and saw how many weeds and brambles there were, I was so depressed that I could do nothing but lie on the ground." His father said, "Child, just go over the surface of the plot every day and you will make some progress." So he did, and before long the whole plot was weeded. We're now just 1 month over Victoria being declared to be in a state of emergency and then gradual lockdown because of coronavirus. Many people I've heard are beginning to say that the days of the week are becoming confusing and time's a bit of a blur. Each morning, reading the world news, the national news, the local news, we are confronted with a reality that still is very difficult to comprehend. It's very tempting still to deny this reality, to long for it to be over or give in to an increasing sluggish sense, not just for several days' sleep, but months even. This has had me ponder the nature of time. Is time an idea, an abstract concept which we attribute meaning to? Or is time something we understand to be like a utility, something we use to measure our progression through life, from childhood to maturity to more senior years? Or do we understand time as a commodity? How much is this time costing us? Do we objectify time, comparing this period to a previous historical event when others suffered a pandemic or a war? Is time a noun, or is it possible for us to imagine time as a verb? Is time a block of stone or the invitation into a dance into this present moment? One of the set lectionary readings for this week has been the walk to Emmaus. And I was surprised afresh to realise that this walk happens on the same day as the resurrection of Christ. Jesus' crucifixion left the apostles reeling, and now on the afternoon of the third day after, there is wider talk about his resurrection. Time seems to have ruptured, and the Emmaus walk episode pauses us right here in this rupture. Cleopas and his friends are confounded by the events that have happened. And Jesus, unrecognised to them, but shown to us, comes to them on the walk and teaches them. For this pause is a learning time, a reorienting time, a relationship deepening time. And Jesus remains with them for however long it takes Cleopas and friend to adjust to this new vision, to accustom themselves to a reality that's new and its deeper meaning in their own life. More alive than ever, it feels Christ blesses them when he breaks bread with them, and all the time it's inside this great pause. Like the father speaking to his son in this story of the desert fathers, which is about acedia, that terrible sense of low-spiritedness bordering on depression, when this road of coronavirus feels so overwhelming, very tiring and confusing, then even if we can't see Christ, can we have faith that he is alongside us, encouraging us to stay awake and take only the one necessary next step? Time is not a block of stone. Let's not think of time in the abstract, a utility, a commodity, but the precious embodying gift that it is. Time, closer than our heartbeat, is an intimate invitation for each of us to be fully alive in this present moment, in this time, delving into the mysteries of this pause time. Let's not be too hasty to pick up where we left off a month ago, but own here this invitation not to be in possession of the musical score itself, but to learn the new dance it notates. Each step here is like the moving note in a different composition.